Next, we are going to discuss about another charcuterie products, that is quenelles. Quenelles are actually small quantity of mixture of creamed fish or meat, sometimes combined with breadcrumbs and egg yolk as binders or binding agent, and made into a shape like egg and poached. And here you can see a quenelle, and the word quenelle basically denotes the shape, but actually it was a charcuterie product made from creamed fish or meat and with a binding agent. Sometimes it can be breadcrumbs or egg yolk or even full egg. And we are making into a egg-like shape. So basically we are making that shape using 2 spoons, and we are shifting from one spoon to other to get a nice shape. And then we are poaching it. Normally we are poaching it rich stock to get the flavor also. And nowadays this can be used as a garnish also. So today we can see various types of kernels, like we can make ice cream kernels, or even we can make meringue kernels. So now the word kernels is used for denoting just the shape, but actually it was a charcuterie product made from creamed fish or meat. Here you can see the picture of kernels. Okay, these kernels basically made into a egg-like, or almost looks like an egg, but much more flattened. It is normally made with 2 spoons, or even we can rolling it with 1 spoon. We can make this shape. So this is quenelles. Next product is the mousse. I think you all know what is a mousse, and that is slight variation from what you know. It is basically cooking ingredient pureed, bound with gelatin or fat, and lightened with an aerator. So basically, mousse have three parts. First is the main ingredient, or the puree, and we are adding gelatin or fat as a binding agent to that one, and we are adding an aerator. Either it may be whipped cream or egg white. So aerator is basically used to make it fluffy and incorporate some more air to that one, so that it will puff up and the end product will be softer. The term is used to describe both savory and dessert. Okay, so I think you all know about the mousse dessert, like coffee mousse, chocolate mousse. Okay, and it is not only a dessert. The same method we can use for making savory items also. And under charcuterie, the savory item will come, and there is no connection with dessert moods in charcuterie. Savory can be served as hot if the binding agent is used is fat, and it can be served cold also. Sometimes you are using agar or some other kinds of binding agent, so we can serve it as cold also. So under charcuterie, here comes the meat related cold mousses, and the dessert can be served as cold as it contains gelatin or agar, because once you heat up this thing, this will break. So remember, mousse is the term which used to describe both savory and dessert. And in this module, we are talking about the savory mousse, which is or called savory mousse. Okay, let's look into the three components or parts of mousse. First one is a base. Base can be meat, fish, cheese, or vegetable. Normally, we are making a puree of the base. The base provides flavor, color, body, and character to the product. So base is the actual flavor producing part of this mousse. And the second one is a binder. Binder actually provides a structure to the finished product, so it will actually bind and make it combine together all the ingredients. And it can be gelatin, aspic, or even fat can be used. So second part is a binder. Binder is actually the binding agent. It can be gelatin, aspic, or fat. And the third one is the aerator. So aerator, as the name describes, it will aerate and lighten the mousse. It can be whipped cream or whipped egg white. Okay, so these are basically the three components of mousse. And okay, so there are something called timbal, or even we can make souffles also. So these all are almost similar. And timbal is actually the mold which is using for making or baking in the savory mousse. So it can be, or the name of this mold can be used for the dish like pumpkin timbal or mushroom timbal or even cheese timbal can be there. So these are the basic three parts of mousse, and there are slight variations like we have soufflés as well as we have timbals. Here you can see the savory mousse is made from fish, uh, and here you can see the mousse desserts. And remember, there is no relation with or no relation of dessert, or there is no role of dessert in charcuterie. So we are talking only about this called meat or fish based mousse. Next one is ham. As we all know, ham is basically a pork product which is preserved through salting, smoking, or wet curing. And the important thing is that it is actually prepared from the hind leg of swine, and sometimes the specific cut is even called as ham. So remember, ham is a cured pork product taken from the hind leg of swine. And some of the famous hams are prosciutto from Italy. So that is actually the Parma prosciutto, the kind of ham which is prepared from the Parma region of Italy. And Parma prosciutto is considered as the most famous ham. And similar to that one, we have Smithfield ham from US and York ham from UK also. So ham is basically a pork product, or it is like an entire leg of pork which is cured by salting, smoking, or wet curing. You can see the video or referral videos in your folder. Once you see, you will get much more idea about how ham or prosciutto is prepared. And remember the spelling as well as the pronunciation of prosciutto. Here you can see various or even the picture of various types of ham. This is the Parma prosciutto which can be directly sliced and we can have it, or it is one of the famous or most uh, famous dish of or food product of Italy. And here you can see the York ham. York ham have a specialty that it is looks like it is breaded. Okay, so and you can see the Smithfield ham also. The Smithfield ham, the outer is almost with a glaze. Okay, so by this identification, we can easily identify this three types of ham. So remember Parma prosciutto from Italy, York ham, and Smithfield ham. Any questions?